What's up, my man? Jeff Spizark. Hey, listen to Jeff, man. Do what he said. Do what the man says. My man is smart. Do what he says. Or you'll get one of these. What is going on, everybody? What do we got? Starting a little later tonight. Let's see if it makes a difference. Usually, this is when the room's popping. Right now. So let's see if it just, well, about 10 minutes. Right around 11, starts popping. What's up, Vaughn? Vaughn. What's up, my man? Usually is when the room starts crack-a-lacking. Right now, this is usually what time I end. So I'm gonna start later today because it's Friday. I had some shit to do. So we start a little later and we see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, boy. Um, Boots Ennis versus Bud Crawford. Boots Ennis versus Bud Crawford. That is the topic. So hit me. Let me go on YouTube here. Hit me with um, your thoughts on it. You know what I'm saying, and let's see what's cracking. Talk to me. Damn, everybody just bounced. Wait, 8 people in. They all left. Now there's another couple comes. People coming in, leaving, coming in, leaving. Fridays are actually not good usually. I totally forgot about that. Fridays and Saturdays are even worse. Um, so this might not be a very long one tonight because I'm tired anyway. Tired and a little hungry now too. So we'll see. But talk to me, people. What the deals? Talk to me. Sorry, I'm just writing something here. My bad. There we go. All right. Cause it's Friday, yo. That's what I'm saying. So maybe we don't we end this one short. Well, let's give it some time. It's only been 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. So we might get cracking. Uh, but we got to freestyle it. As usual, we freestyle this room. Mad freestyle. So let us freestyle. Let us freestyle. Um, Damn. So talk to me, guys. Talk to me. What we got going on? Um, there's no fights tonight or tomorrow, is there? I mean, I feel like there's always fights, but nothing of note, right? I'm pretty sure there's nothing of note. But then again, what do I know? I, yeah, I don't think there's nothing till next week, right? Remember the Bogle fights? Psh, do I? Do I? One of my friend was at the fight and had I think it was the second one. He was at that one with the riot. I knew a few people at that one. I knew them now. Like Shannon Briggs was there, and Lou Del Val. These are all dudes I know now. But back then, one of my boys that I knew like in real life then was at the fight. That turned out to an all-out race war. It was like all the white dudes fighting all the black dudes. And it was mostly all the Polish people in the crowd for Galata is really what it was. But three-punch combo to the Nuggets. I know, man. I mean, that was what ended it, the three-punch combo to the Snoogans. But the repeated low blows in that fight were just, that to me was an example of somebody who wanted to quit. And I don't know what's worse. That's a puss way out to do that. Quit it, but then quitting, like, it would have been better just to quit because I feel like it's way more of a coward to start hitting him in the nuts and try and get the ref to disqualify you. Just quit. But people would have. That's the thing. At the end of that fight, people were like, "Oh, he just couldn't not go low. He just didn't know how to control himself." Ugh. But what really happened was he quit, and nobody really said that, or a few people said that. So I guess he achieved what he was trying to get out of it: get out of the fight, but still keep his reputation intact somewhat, and as a tough guy. What up, blood? What's up, Jonathan? Yeah, Glotto kicked the shit out of Riddick Bowe 2 times. In the second fight, you go look at the footage of Riddick Bowe talking right before the fight. He speaks like this. He speaks clear. You look at the interview right after the fight. He literally got punch drunk from that fight. Like, it's very rare because that usually it's an accumulation over time. It's very rare you see it happen after one fight. That's the fight that did it. It just destroyed his speech. Wild. Listen to Jonathan. He's a smart man. Listen to Jonathan. You gotta smash that like button. If you don't, I will kick the crap out of you guys. I will drive to Texas or Nebraska or wherever the hell some of you are from. And we're gonna fight. No, I'm not. But yeah, hit the like button. Hit it. That's all I need is like buttons and views, and that's you fulfilled your obligation, and now me, by providing the content, I'm fulfilling mine. See, that's how it works. Mutually beneficial. Yeah, man, that Riddick Bowe to me was maybe, I don't say overrated because he was overrated in terms of his potential. People thought he could have been the best ever, and maybe he could have been because of his physical skill. But you need to have a sharp mental to become an elite fighter. Bruce, good evening. How are you? Cooking with Sir Senior. What's up? What's up, cooking? Cooking. So when you say cooking, are you cooking like food or cooking like I'm just cooking, talking topics, just cooking? Which cooking is it? Bad meaning bad or bad meaning good? That's like the whitest way to say it, right? But you know what I mean. Yeah, Galata. I'm trying to interview Galata, but I can't get to him. His wife's on social media. I've hit her up. She's not responded. I don't think she's seen it because she has a good amount of followers. And you all you guys on Instagram know that, like, if you don't follow somebody already and they message them, your thing goes right into that request folder or into the deeper like trash request folder. So a lot of it's never seen. Might be too early for Boots. Good fight. I got Bud winning. I do too. But I don't think it's too early. How much more? There's nobody left for him to fight. Really? Oh, everybody at the, you know what I'm saying? There's nobody at the level of that, like what, like a level that maybe, well, Danny Garcia or Thurman would maybe, but not because they could be old now, so they could be. There's nobody left. You know what I'm saying? All the guys left for him to fight would be Zoo and Fun. They're all the guys his weight. So, what up, Eon? Yo, 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 my man Eon. Cold chilling. Yeah, so I don't think there's anybody left for Boots to like. There's not that one fighter out there who's like, oh, you fight him and that'll put you over the edge where you're ready for Bud. There's nobody left. Everybody's aged out or out of the division. What up, GOAT? Marco, if I don't get paid in the amateurs, why did people like Loma stay there so long? Some people do get paid. Some amateurs do get paid. They get a weekly stipend. They get paid. They're not going to be millionaires off it, but they do get paid. And it's for the experience, making a little money, representing your country. Those are the 3 reasons. I think people, as a rule of thumb, stay way too long in the amateurs. Unless you're starting fighting at 8 or 9, by the time anybody who has at least 3 to 5 years of boxing experience, if you have at least 3 to 5 years of amateur experience, a good amount of experience, you should turn pro. If as soon as you're 18, turn pro. So if you start fighting at 13, by 18, pro. So if you're fighting by 8 or 9, by 18, pro, or 17, whatever state is legal in whatever state that you reside in. They got the backing, Neon. Some people have backing, but they usually don't. Vaughn, they usually don't start backing fighters until they're pros. That very rarely happens as an amateur. Matter of fact, Chris Bird, I'm former heavyweight champ of the world. Remember him? It's my boy. Silver medalist in the Olympics. Silver medalist, right? Turned pro. Nobody wanted to sign him. Nobody. That's why he moved up to heavyweight from middle. He was like, I got to make a splash. I got to go in the heaviest division with where all the money's at, because nobody wanted to f with him. So very few people get backed as amateurs, if any. I don't want to say none because I'm not sure, but I don't think any do. What's up, Trash? Fighter that goes to my gym knocked out BKFC live tonight. Oh, okay. I don't know. That's bare knuckle, right? I don't watch that. So they drug test them? No, they do not. Oh, you know what? They definitely don't drug test for amateur fights, but they might drug test for Olympic medals. That I'm not sure of. Definitely not amateur fights, though. I'm 19, just started boxing in October, and I'm pretty decent and can feel decent power in my right hand. Should I try to go pro after a few amateur fights? I'd have to see you to tell you. And no, generally, you want to get 10 to 20 amateur fights down, then go pro. 10 to 20 minimum. But I have to see you. You send me a video and you look like advanced for your experience and your age, then maybe you should. You know, you're older, you're starting older, so that's good. That means you're coming in more mature. You're not coming in with an 8-year-old brain or even a 12, 13-year-old brain. You have a 19-year-old brain. So that's a good thing, I think. I'd like to see Boots fight Spence as well. I mean, Spence just looked so subpar. You know, I'm not amped to see him fight anybody. I'm not saying he's going to be garbage or anything, or he's going to have bad performances thus moving forward. It's hard for me to be excited to see him fight anybody. Goat, I started boxing at 18. I'm still an amateur of 20 with 27 fights. Oh, dope, Eon. Eon, remind me, what state and what weight do you fight at? And what's your record? Homeboy? That's dope. Man, I didn't. How many of you guys in here are fighters? When I mean fighters, I mean anybody who is at least sparred a lot. That's a fighter. You could have even had no fights, but if you're in the gym, when I mean a lot, you've had to have sparred over 20 times to be an actual fighter, in my opinion. But real sparring in a gym, in a ring, not in the backyard with your boys. Yeah, damn, 27 fights, 2 years. That's amazing, bro. That's nothing, GOAT. These tournaments, dudes will be fighting 3-4 times in a weekend. Like, that's nothing. That's nothing. You could literally accrue 50 to 100 fights in 1 year if you're doing tournaments and all that stuff all the time. Because they don't have any rules like in the pros. Amateurs, you don't have to wait in between fights. You could fight every day. Which I think is a mistake. I think that's a big part of the early reason for what causes brain damage and adds mileage to fighters. All the amateur fights and then all the sparring that goes with that. Bigger gloves create more brain trauma, no matter what anybody says. Because it's a simple matter of physics. Something that's heavier, bigger gloves, or double the weight in some cases of competition gloves, double the weight. Something heavier, more mass, will cause a bigger collision and cause more damage on whatever it collides into. Simps. What up, Edward? What's crack-a-lackin'? Terrence Crawford has never fought anyone on Dron's level. I have Boots winning. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, Edward, at all. I still would have to lean towards Bud because of the experience nod, but I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think I'm going to go pro. I'd rather be a trainer. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Save this. Not everybody's going to get damage, but just in case, you make sure it won't happen. I'm lucky. I probably you know what? I don't think I boxed enough where I could accumulate damage, because here was what I did. The secret is I would always take breaks in between. I would never be in the gym for months and months sparring every day. Never. I'd be in the gym for months and months, but I would never, like, I'm talking, man, I would try and spar once a week I would try. And I did, for the most part, once a week. Because once you box enough, once a week's fine. Really is. As long as that one time is, you're getting it in. And a lot of light sparring where you don't get hurt, where you're just getting tapped. Light sparring where you're just working on things. You do that, and then you do hard sparring only once a week. I think that's good. A lot of people might disagree with me, but that dude, what up? I don't think Jared Anderson will be the. No, I agree with you, Trash. Completely agree with you. I don't. Yeah, I don't. Not only because of his mental and all the the breakdowns and all that, which just is he hasn't looked great against guys who he should look way better against. He doesn't look bad, but not great. You know what I'm saying? He's looked good against guys where he should have looked great. He makes very bad decisions out of the ring, I guess. Oh, he did get arrested, right? Yeah. I need to see Boots. What up, Dimone? I need to see Boots get hit in the mouth and have to adjust and show more. Okay, okay, that's a fair criticism. It's a fair requirement. Yeah, I like sparring more than actual fights. Yeah, because the pressure's not on you. It's about a pressure game. I like fights more because it would amp me up more. Or if I'm sparring and there's mad people watching. Big Baby, the truth soon as he lock in. Watch out. We'll see. Boots, haven't seen a guy like Crawford. Don't underestimate the bright lights either. Yep, that's what I just said. Marco, did you ever get nervous? Of course, my man. The first time I fought in the Golden Gloves when I went to the finals, I had never been so scared in my life. Granted, I was only 15 or maybe 16. I think I was 15 still. No, I was 16. But I had never been so scared in my life. For like, we were in a hotel there. We stayed 2 nights straight through, constant. Like, you ever get the adrenaline where everything's pounding, you almost don't hear, remember, like that kind of fear, like that. Hell yeah. It took me. I started fighting at 13, at 16. So it took me 6 years to almost completely wipe away the fear. No, to wipe away the fear, to put the fear at a level where it's just slightly in the background. It took me 6 years, meaning every time I'd get in the ring, every now and then, sometimes I get in there and I'd be angry, it wouldn't matter. But there was a chance for 6 years that I could be horrified. I'd still get in, I'd still try. You wouldn't even know that I'm scared, but I was real scared. I had 3 pro fights in 30. Oh, dope. Yeah, just like me. I had 3 pro fights, but only one on paper. 2 were smokers. I only had 15 amateurs, so you did more than me. When did you fight? What weight, Edward? Karen showed some flaws in Boots' game. That's what I hear. But I think Boots wasn't really, you know what I mean, going all out. Have you ever interviewed Mark Brilliant? Once, yeah. We talk about the whole Deontay Wilder situation. This is not too long after Deontay fired him and started calling him a cheater and drugged him and all that. Yeah, once. Mark's a mad, quiet dude. Doesn't like doing interviews. Lives in my neighborhood. Why? That's great. Mark Brilliant, those you don't know, is one of the greatest amateurs of all time. Like literally top 3, possibly the first one. And he ended up winning a championship as a pro, but nothing much more. His power didn't translate as a pro. He was knocking everybody out as an amateur. Tall, lanky dude, like a Wilder kind of, but lankier because he was only, I think he fought at 47. But when he turned pro, the power just didn't translate. That's why. Weird. Whereas Berlanga, weirdly enough, he didn't have power as an amateur, and now as a pro, he has mad power. Well, that kind of stopped too, but at least the first 13 fights of his career. Sometimes that just flips. What up, Joe? Can you compare what Bud does better than Boots? I just did a video. Did you guys see it? I literally dropped the video yesterday, full-length video comparing Bud versus Boots in sparring. They're all very similar. The difference is Bud is way more efficient. He doesn't exude as much energy. He does the same stuff, but he doesn't put that much energy behind it. He is not flashy at all. I think Boots' defense is probably better than Bud's. I think Boots has better defense, but it's more flashy. So sometimes you want to wonder, is the flash catching you saying it's better, or is it just better defense? I think also Bud, though, throws shorter punches, and I think they might be harder because they're shorter, and his punch placement. He's more about placing the punch in the right timing, and throwing it short and hard. Jerron's more about coming at you and just overwhelming you with raw young man power. Pause. So that's the difference. So really, if you sum it up, experience. That's the difference. And age. What up, Crom? Crom. Bud has something special in all my 40 years plus of watching boxing. Yeah, about my age. Bud does things on the fly extensively better than me. Yeah, you might be right. Goat. I'm 6 feet, walk around 132. Damn. You're 6 feet and 132? You need to eat a sandwich, my man. Damn, you must be just punching down at everybody, laying them out. You have a lot of knockouts? I bet you do. I bet you have a lot of knockouts because you're so tall. Punching down by itself creates power because you get the alley-oop from gravity. Damn, 6 feet taller than me by an inch. I'm 5'11", 165. I'm a very average height. No, I'm a little taller than average. I guess in America, 5'9", I think is average, or 5'10". So I'm a little taller than average, but I feel like I'm the average weight. Well, what we got, kids? It smells like cigarettes in here. I live in an apartment building, and there's like vents. That all you guys who live in big buildings know there's like vent systems for like whatever, the vents for the kitchen, the vents in the bathrooms. So sometimes when somebody will cook or like take a or like smoke a cigarette or something, you smell it. It'll come into your apartment. You're like, I didn't cook that, or like, who's smoking? Nobody smokes here. Yeah, it was annoying. I'm 5'10", 5'11". So you and me should get down, Eon. We'll do it. We'll see who wins. You're probably a lot younger than me though, but we're the same weight. Bud put in the best performance against Spence at his highest level. Yep, absolutely. He sure did. He was ready. Bud, the pressure for Bud does nothing but gets him ready. He proved that for real. I haven't started fighting yet. I'm just hitting the heavy bag and I'm home. I'm planning on going to the gym in June. Well, you can develop a lot of bad habits doing what you're doing because now nobody's teaching you. You're just doing what you want to do, and you're going to develop bad habits, and it's just going to make them harder to correct once that happens. I made my pro debut in 2013. I was 33 years old, and I fought at cruiserweight 3 wins. 0. Nice. Good for you. That's dope. So you're about my age. What do you know? You're 44? All right. What's the lowest you cut to? Bud stops boots. Probably. No, I don't know about stops. Has Boots ever been down? No, right? Nobody's ever been down. I mean, he's not been down. How does Fedora being 6'6" weight, 152 at weight? I know. And he didn't even look. If you looked at Fondora's like arms, he looked almost as like his arms didn't look skinnier than Bud. I mean, than Zoo. It's weird. At 6 feet 130, you were slightly underweight for your height. Slightly. Try a lot. But he might just have a thin frame, so you can't say he's underweight. Everybody's body chemistry and body dynamics are different. So who knows? It's unusual to be that tall and that thin for sure. But I wouldn't say he's just underweight. Unless he's smoking those rocks. You smoking rocks? You smoke rocks? I think Bud and Jerome plays out like Roy versus James Toney. Ooh. Who's Roy? Who's James, though? Fedora by body composition is just weird. Yeah. Yep. He's a weird dude. Like, so quiet and soft spoken and gentle seeming, but he's a vicious brawler. Weird. Tall, skinny too. Wears glasses. Has a Beatles haircut. That might be too old of a reference for you guys. Well, the long hair with it in the eyes, and it looks like it's messy on purpose. That. He's so nerdy, but he's a beast. Yep, he is. But he did quit. And we never got an answer as to did he quit or were his legs just not were his legs just not what's the word? Were his legs just not cooperating with him? That's the word. If you've seen Fender in person, you'll never know what you think he's about. Yep, I know you. You've seen him in person? I never have. Never. What else we got? Talk to me. Talk to me, kids. Talk to me. Hold on. Sorry. Get back to this window. All right. Sorry, I lost you guys for a second. How often do you go to big fights? Not often. I don't go to fights unless they're in New York. And matter of fact, I just got word back from the Haney fight to see if I got the press passes, but I didn't check it yet. I don't go to fights much. I definitely, if it's unless it's close by, which is Jersey or around here, New York, I don't go. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way that works. Beatles, 60s pop group. Yep, they are. They are. And that hairstyle kind of came back. What has Munguia ever done to fight Canelo for Undisputed? That's a great question. And the answer is he doesn't deserve it. Canelo's going to win. Yep, I know. Today I was on the Boxing Voice with uh, Jose Suleiman, and he was asked that question, and what did he say? He was such like a political kind of answer spinner. He said, well, he was only mandated to be the mandatory for Canelo a year ago, but but instead of trying to petition to fight Canelo, he went up to fight 175 and Canelo went to fight somebody else. So we're not going to make Canelo fight him because they both chose other fights. It's like, yeah, because he's been trying to fight Canelo and Canelo's people keep saying no. And even if you can't mandate Canelo to fight anybody, you tell him fight him, he'll be like, fuck you, I'm not fighting anybody. Then he doesn't fight him, even if he gets stripped. You think Canelo cares about belts? And you're not going to strip Canelo because it's so much more money in sanctioning fees. I'm 5'10", 168. Plan on getting back to one. Oh, so you're a little overweight, you're saying? All right. Well, see, there's body mechanics. He's shorter than me, but he's naturally almost 20 pounds lighter. So there it is. Do you think we'll ever see something like Super 6 tournament again? I hope not. I shouldn't say that. I didn't like that tournament because those super middleweights, which reminds me, I'm supposed to interview Arthur Abram. Those super middleweights kind of bored me back then because they were all kind of boring. But I guess it's a good idea. Like 140, if 140-pound division had that, that'd be dope. He would fight Bud and David or Bivol rematch, but I think it's a lose-lose. But what does he gain by fighting Cherry Pick? It's an easier fight. Canelo makes $10-20 million minimum anytime he fights. So why not now make it a fight where it'll be easier for you? It's kind of a simple answer, I think. Anyway, I got Crawford winning by decision against Boots. Yeah. I think that's a very fair I think that's a very fair prediction. I got that too. But are we going to see the fight? Probably not. What up, band up? What's cracking? What is cracking? Band up. Just talking a little Canelo and Benavidez and Boots and Bud. Boots and Bud. Wonder why they call him Bud. I know he's talked about that. I just don't remember what the reason was. You know, that interests me. Like when people get these nicknames, like why is he called Bud? Some like small town Omaha shit. I feel like, you know, like in small towns. And I grew up in a big town, but I did live in a small town for 1 year, so I know it. Everybody gives themselves nicknames. It's so weird. You think in a big town, because there's so many people, you'd want to give them nicknames to decipher them. Yet in a small town, everybody gives themselves nicknames. I feel like because they all want to feel special, because it's so few people, they want to stand out in a place where it's hard to stand out when there's only very few people. That's my theory. I want to see you as a co-host for Mike Tyson. From your lips to God's ears. I would love that, Angry. Because I don't like it. No disrespect to Who Kid, but what the fuck is he doing? The dude doesn't know boxing at all. At all. And he seems so insecure about talking about boxing. But of course, he's not going to turn down a gig to do something with Mike Tyson because that's mad exposure. He should have me in there, but who am I? You know, he can get anybody who's, while I might be better than anybody in doing it or up there with anybody, I'm certainly not more well known as anybody. And that's what matters, unfortunately. But I'll get there. Fresh off the clock, Bud got too much to handle. Word up. childhood nickname. Yeah, but like why? Like what? You know what I'm saying? There's reasons, there's chains of events that lead up to somebody getting a nickname. I wonder what it was. Like why is Boots called Boots? I heard him talk about that and I forgot what he said. I thought it was something to do with like he wore boots, but it wasn't. It was something else. I got 250 on Anderson night. You spending 250? I don't think you should be betting on Anderson, but okay. What's with the WBF? WBF? The hell's the WBF? Oh, I never even heard of that. World Boxing Federation, I suppose. Do you think Spence ducked rematch because all of a sudden his eye is healed and challenged Fundura? I think he didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight Bud. I think he wanted to go a different route. Maybe he has confidence back, win a title again, and then, if possible, he rematches Bud. I think he said that's smart. Like, you do not. I mean, but then you could go in there too. But maybe he just felt like he needed to sharpen himself. What's up, Mr. Lightning? What is up? Nah, I got Anderson probably winning, but I'm just not amped about him. You know, I need to see more. Yeah, there's mad belts, man. There's NABF. There's like Eastern Chinese Federation. Like, there's all kinds of crazy belts. I could start a belt right now. Nobody could stop me. Now, nobody will ever hear of it. But if I just had one fighter walk around and say, I'm the champion of Marco's boxing belt, a big name, it'll catch on. And why would Spence exercise a rematch first, then Marco? Why did he? He wanted to fight Bud, and then he realized, based on a whole bunch of facets, that it wasn't a good idea. And it could have been a mix of things, a mix of his eye, a mix of him taking a whooping, the whole mix of things. He obviously wanted to do it. I mean, you ever been knocked out for the first time ever after being considered the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world and favored? Slightly favored? You ever have that happen to you? No. You know what's probably going to happen? You're going to handle it very, very unstably. It's a difficult thing to handle when you lose like that in that position. So first thing you want to do as a fighter is I want my get back. Then things start sinking in and you think differently. That's why. Yo, we got a petition for our own belt. I honestly couldn't imagine that happening. All it would take, like, let's say I was mad cool with Tank, which isn't the case, and Tank is like, yo, I'm gonna be the Marco boxing champion and I'm gonna defend that belt. I'm gonna talk about it all the time. That's all it would take. Somebody at that level. And of course, we'd have to run the organization the right way. Like, if we're running it crappy, nobody would take it seriously. As long as you run it decently and you have one fighter that really supports it, that's how things start. You ever been knocked out? No. Hell no. Hell no. What are you, nuts? Oh, a duck. You got a duck. Is it true that he and James split? If so, that it's a huge issue. Is it true he and James? Oh, I think so. Derek wouldn't answer me. He literally said no comment to me, like on text, which makes me think that they did split because he would have told me no. Because in the past, I've asked him things like that. I actually asked him the same thing. I go, was it a year ago? Because there was a rumor that him and Derek split, and I asked him, and he said no, it's not true. Right away, he told me. Now he says no comment. So he pretty much said it's true, but not officially. I don't know if I had a good chin or bad chin. I always got dropped but recover fast. That's a bad chin if you're getting dropped all the time. Sorry, but it is. It's not a bad chin if you get dropped every now and then, or if you get hurt every now and then but recover quickly. But if you're getting dropped a lot or getting hurt a lot, that's a bad chin, unfortunately. The match went too one-sided to warrant a rematch, in my opinion. I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you, and I'm very happy we weren't forced now to waste another 4 or 5 months of our life to watch that again. But the truth is, that would have been over by now. They fought in July. If they would have had the immediate rematch in, whatever, 6 months, it would have been done. It would have been done in like January or February. It would have already been over. So really, I kind of wish it did happen now so we could at least seen them both be active. In the meantime, unless we saw nothing. Saw crumbs. Crumbs. You're a bum crumb. You guys ever see that video? That old guy calling somebody a bum crumb? Calling a reporter a bum crumb? This old Italian dude. Oh no, I think he was a politician, but he was like a gangster dude. I never heard somebody called a bum crumb. Right. Anyway, I digress. Do you think Zoo's team failed him by not stopping the fight? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't care what pressure Amazon put on you for it being their first show and blah blah blah. You should have stopped that fight with that in the second round. Definitely by the third. You didn't even have to wait till the fourth. Stay in the gym, don't spar too much. Yep, there you go. Good idea. Good idea. Slow tonight, kids. We had 40 people up in this piece last night. But now, because it's a Friday, oh snap. My man Anthony. Yo, how was New York, man? I'm sorry that I missed you. How was it? Huh? When you were out here? It's dope. I don't think we talked since. My man Anthony. Anthony Trick Nolte. A play on Nick Nolte. Hit the like. Please do so. How many we got? I probably don't have many. Let me see. It's a slow night tonight on my channel, boy. 17. Okay. More than I thought. More than I thought they'd be. Trick, what up, man? You're going to be over here for the Haney fight? I might have just got my press pass approved. I don't know where the hell they're going to seat me, but we're going to find out. Prisness. Boots spading the eye test. Spading? Do you think he lacks personality and maybe that's why? Yes. But weirdly enough, he was more popular than Crawford. Crawford doesn't have the best personality either. So, but yeah, you need personality. You absolutely need personality in boxing, which is messed up, but you do. What's a press pass, Unc? A press pass is when you get into a fight for free because you are part of the media, the promotion company or the venue itself or the whoever handles it issues out passes to people who come and cover the fight. Back in the day, it was just newspapers. That's all there was, or TV. Now it's internet, it's bloggers, it's all kinds of stuff. But yeah, so you have to be an established boxing media person like myself to get approved for these kind of press passes. Boxing NY was good. I won't be there. I wanted to, but plan on making Tank Bricks Frank. Ooh. I wasn't struggling so bad from this inflation in my business. I would have went out to TXS again to watch that. That's in Texas, huh? That's weird. There's no theaters or stadiums in Baltimore or around Baltimore in the DMV area. Nothing. You should do one of those. Pack it out. Tank, that is. I like the way Devin is moving as a champion as throwback. Yep, I agree. Agreed. Word life. I agree. Definitely agree. Word up. Sorry. Do we have any fights on tomorrow, guys? Tomorrow night? Talk to me. If Dev was a throwback, he would have sent real offer to Shakur. That is a good, fair point. I agree. That's a good, fair point. I like that, Eon. You are correct. Who is your favorite current young boxer? Shushu? Who you think has the better fighters, past, present, future? Come on, man. Oh, between DMV and New York? DMV. Who's New York got? Tyson, Bo, Briggs, and Zab. What am I missing? You got a couple randoms who. There's no disrespect to those guys. I love those guys, and they're Hall of Famers. But there's no top. Can you think of one pound for pound top 10 pound for pound consideration. No, top 20 pound for pound. And don't say Tyson, because Tyson is not a pound for pound king, all-time great, because he lost every, and it pains me to say this, but it's the truth. He lost every fight that he had after Buster Douglas. That was a mega fight. Lost to Lennox, lost to Holyfield 2 times, all of them. So name one fighter from New York that can arguably be in the top 10 pound for pound list of all time. And I don't think you can, but you can name a couple from the DMV. Are there ever going to be these 135, 140 pounders to fight each other? It's 5 pounds, Jamone. You know, I always talk about this with you guys. 5 pounds. The average human body fluctuates 5 pounds throughout one day. Throughout a 24-hour period, we're going up and down 5 pounds. You're telling me that because it's different weight classes officially on paper, they can't fight each other? Come on. And it makes a difference? No. And I've been in there. You don't feel 5 pounds. I've been in there with people 5 pounds more. But you don't feel it until they're 15, 20 pounds more than you at my weight. At a little lower weight, maybe let's say 10, 50. You don't feel 15, 20 pounds minimum. You don't feel it. So I don't want to hear this. They don't fight each other. UFC. I don't know why you're talking about UFC. Errol Slice. What? Errol Spence. I'm like, Errol Slice. It's like Kimbo's brother. No, I mean the best fighting the best at each other's weight class. Are there ever going to be these 135, 40 pounders to fight each other? Oh. Well, they're using that as an excuse. I'm 35 now. You want to come down here? And they're trying to put in rehydration clauses, and that's the problem. Boxing is every man for self. It's Lord of the Flies. It's martial law. So there's no precedence. There's no rules saying you can't negotiate this. This is anything you want to try and negotiate, anything you want to talk about, you can, and there's a great chance that it'll be agreed upon. That's the problem. There should be something being like no clauses of rehydration. It's just not allowed. Or whatever. I think they should weigh the same day. That's what I think. Then that'll kill all that. Same day. Right before you start to fight. This way you're fighting your weight. There's nothing you could do. That's what I think they should do. The only problem is if you miss weight, you can't cancel a fight 2 hours before it starts. But maybe that's something they could figure out. You know what I'm saying? They took B-side to Ryan Garcia, which leads me to believe that Shakur deserved more than 20. Yeah, of course he did. What's up, Kalia? Kalea or Kalia? I think it's Kalia. Philly in the house. One of my few female subscribers. Dope. I love my female subscribers. They're knowledgeable. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, man. Like, we're going to see who's fighting who. You said yes, Kalia. Like, I said it twice, though. I don't know which one. I think it's Kalia. I'm pretty sure. Cool name. Cool name. My daughter's name's Novella. I love those kind of sounding names. Let's say Ryan loses to Devin. Would you be interested in Ryan versus Romero? Yeah. That'll be the last fight for Ryan and for Rolly that'll get any kind of shine. So they better go out with a bang. Because then after that, done. No one wants to see Rolly anymore. Ryan, maybe, depending how he looks against Rolly, but boxing politics is a real thing. Yep. Politics is one way to define it. You know? I feel like Floyd undefeated or bust, and Canelo with all stipulations causes weight. Yeah, I agree. Floyd started it. Floyd did a lot of bad things for boxing, not on purpose. He set a lot of precedents that only he could do, and when he did them, it wasn't a problem. Because you know what I'm saying? But he set these precedents, and now a lot of people want to follow in his footsteps, and they're not him. And all they're doing is poisoning the sport. Favorite ring walk of all time. Roy Jones coming out with Meth and Red, the Rockwilder song at Radio City Music Hall. A lot of Princeton Seams were dope too. Coming out on flying carpets. Fresh. I liked Eminem coming out with Bud coming out with Eminem. That was pretty dope. Tyson coming out that one time to DMX, that was dope. Good question though. Favorite ring walks. Ring walk. Kalea World, what up, champ? What up? What the hell is up? You guys aren't out partying on a Friday? Home early? Me too. I'm gonna get out of here in a little bit. But let's what up, LeVar? What's cracking? People forget about Pretty Boy Floyd who fought all the fight. Exactly. And they remember money because he became money. Pretty Boy's skills were way more impressive and way more exciting, but people remember money because he wouldn't stop this. And also putting himself out there, showing all his money, doing all the antics to get, press. Is Floyd in my top 5? Arguably. Yes. Arguably. I didn't like the way he fought at the end. And unfortunately, that's what I remember because more than half his career was fighting the way he fought. So it wasn't a favorable style, but yeah, I mean, how could he definitely is in my top 5 for sure. I'm chilling, Anthony. Chilling, Anthony. How you doing? Crawford ring walk was epic with the net. Yup, it was dope. Especially seeing how he ended up handling the fight. Because I remember being like, oh, this fishnet might turn out to be a bad move when he's sprawled on the floor, wrapped up in his own fishnet pants. But it was the other way around. What up, Riley? I got boots by 7th round stoppage. Probably not going to happen. My boy about to shock the world, but I won't be shocked because, he's not about to shock anything, Riley, because they're not going to fight. No time soon, at least. I hope they do. Don't get me wrong. I hope they do. Like, I pray that they do, but don't hold your breath. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about Fundura manager saying Bud is a boring fighter? Yeah, Samson. I was on that show. You're talking about when he did on the Boxing Voice with me? On there? He has 11 knockouts in a row. How is that boring? You can say a lot of things about Bud, but boring is not one of them. Agreed. He's definitely not boring. And what he said that was realer was Errol is more money and makes more sense. He might have even said Errol's less risky. I think he did. Less risk, more money. That's what I think is happening. I don't think it has to do with boring. I think, you know what? No, now I'm remembering because I was on this interview. He didn't say Bud's a boring fighter. He meant Bud's a boring fighter as a person. Like he's a fighter and he's a boring person. He was calling Bud a boring person, which is why Bud doesn't sell. I think that's what he's referring to, not his personality. Boots needs to come down to 54. He is. I think he just said he's going to take on everybody at 54. I agree because knowing Crawford's track record, he's going to take the fight with the least resistance. Yep. But doesn't fight super dangerous fights. That's not true. Sean Porter's dangerous. Errol Spence is dangerous. Kell Brook was dangerous. And the list goes on. I disagree with that. And I'm really going to get down to it. Every fight's dangerous. Every fight. You could die in any fight. How's that not dangerous? It's crazy, the Fundora, the height and the weight. Yep. You're 6'6", but damn, you're tall, Anthony. What's exciting about Tank and Errol outside of the ring? Nothing. Tank, though, Tank's different. Tank is a one-shot, explosive knockout artist. Errol is not. That's why Tank makes way more money and is way more in demand. Simple. Knockouts. He's what Tyson used to do. But why Tyson is the level Tyson's at? Tank sits there. He'll lose some rounds. He'll download information. He's technical. Tyson was just throwing, those hard shots that Tank knocks people out with? Tyson, those of you who don't remember, Tyson's just throwing those the whole fight. Picture Tank throwing those hard shots the whole fight and coming forward nonstop. What's up, Casanova? Excuse me. Main thing I remember about Floyd era is everyone was turning and waiting for him to lose. Yep. Damn, I got hiccups now. Yep, that's true. He did he kind of had the Muhammad Ali thing going. I mean, I wasn't alive back then, but a lot of people, well, I was alive in 81 during his last fight, but a lot of people wanted to see Muhammad Ali lose. So a lot of the people tuning in, paying, were to watch him get smoked. But it did happen a couple times. Sean Porter and Errol Spence is messing with Boots. Well, Sean Porter is retired, Riley, and Errol Spence might be retired too soon. But I agree with you. I don't think either of them could be Boots. How dominant was Bud's run at 47 year since? Yeah, as dominant as it gets. What do you mean? It doesn't get any more dominant. You're knocking out everybody? Fred, you're about to find out why levels truly mean Boots versus Bud never ever have. We're not about to find out anything, though. You can say, I'm hoping we find out, but we're about to. Why? The last person that Bud's going to fight right now that he indicated he would fight is Boots. So why would you think it's about to happen? Well, because he went to the PBC or wherever the hell he just went, Matchroom, and now who knows? Talk to me, people. Talk to me, peoples. Where would you rank Bud all time? You guys remember, right? Damone, I don't know if you've been watching me long enough. I never rank active fighters in any kind of a permanent all-time status because we don't know what's left. What if Bud now goes and gets his ass whooped every fight? His ranking drops. What if Bud goes and beats every big fighter, including Canelo? His ranking goes higher. So I can't really rank him. Trivia tonight? Yeah, maybe. What do you guys think? You guys want to do trivia? Bud will never fight Boots. Yep, exactly. But Riley, people do change their mind. Canelo said he's never going to fight a Mexican again. And look who he's fighting next. So, whoop, there he is. Was busy last night. I know. All good. Do you consider Bud ducking? I mean, by definition, if you're avoiding a fighter for whatever reason, you're ducking them. But I think the majority of the boxing public, the boxing fans, connotate the word ducking as fear. Now, if you're saying that, then no, he's not ducking. But if it just means avoiding for whatever plethora of reasons, then yes. He just said to Eddie, send him the bag. Prince Turkey offers. Okay, well, we'll see. What's up, Army Mike? I'd love to see a 6-year younger Spence fight Boots. Yeah, me too. That's a tough one. That's a really tough one right there. Really tough one. I don't know if he'd be able to hit Whitaker. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he'd be able to hit Whitaker. I don't know if 140-pound Floyd could hit Whitaker. I'm not sure it could happen. I mean, he'll hit him, but not enough to win the fight. All right. See, this is right now. Whatever you guys are talking about, this is where we should do the debate kings. We should just get it popping right now. I don't know why I don't do it. I'm not pulling the trigger yet on it. It would be dope. We debate king it. Why do people put same pressure on Canelo fighting David like they are with Boots and Crawford? They are, but there's a big difference. The big difference is Crawford has a bunch of other viable options in or around his weight class, right? And some of which are going to be future Hall of Famers. You know, Canelo has no other viable option in and around his weight class, and especially one that's as vicious and a wrecking ball as Benavidez. That's the difference. Nah, could Purnell hit Floyd? Could he? Oh. Good question. It might be a boring fight. They just be missing each other the whole fight. Like, you don't think so? I don't think what? Spence versus Boots. I got Boots. Yeah, me too. Then that's based on what we just saw Bud do. And a lot of people think Boots is a iller version of Bud. Fred just followed the bag. That dude, Boots, where's Bud? What's up, TTM? Bud ducking because he see a younger, healthier version of himself. It's possible. That dude, I'm going with EJ. You going with EJ over who? Over Bud? Kalia. You're going with EJ over Bud? Or over Boots, I mean? You're from Philly. Wait, my mind is blown. You're from Philly, and forget about even being from Philly, but let's do this. You're saying you think Errol Spence can beat Boots, and on top of that, you're from Philly. Is that what's happening right now? If James Tony weighed 145, who would you have winning if he fought Mayweather? I don't know. Yep, I think that's what you mean. Do you feel Bud is very dangerous fight for Canelo, and that's why he really doesn't want to fight? I think Canelo thinks it's a lose lose. Even though Canelo believes he'll probably win, which he probably would. If he loses, it hurts. I dig it. Bud knows what type of time Boots is on. Yeah, he sure does. Bud ain't going to beat Bud ain't beating Canelo. Probably not. But we've seen crazier things happen. Boots has one style, both stances. Bud has many different styles. Nah, Boots does not have one. No, Boots. Go just look at the video I put out of Boots. The 60-second video. Look at all the different stances and styles he has. Have you ever said an untested fighter who never fought in a championship fight can beat pound for pound fighter in the world before now? Who? Me? I said he can. If you're talking to me, I didn't say he will. I'd have to lean towards Bud personally if he fought Boots. But I would not be surprised if Boots beat him. Like, by no means is it a confident prediction. Honestly, don't get Boots hype. You ever seen him fight? He does things we haven't seen in a long time, or ever, some of them. That slow motion thing, that's a first. Boots hasn't fought in a year. He needs to get active. Yeah, that's true. What's up, sports? Bud beats Canelo. Possibly. I'll be right back, guys. I got a drink. Hold on. Bud beats Canelo. Oh, my bad. I'm back. I'm back, baby. All right. Boots exposed by Karen. I don't remember seeing that. Was it that bad? Nah, you just didn't destroy him. Wasn't exposed. Oh, that's really cold. Yeah, I seen Boots fight. You're not doing that to Bud. Said plenty of times on past lives that car crash messed up EJ. But yeah, possible. But he looked pretty good against Ugas and Danny Garcia. So EJ seems he's accumulated brain damage. That's possible too. Although no, it's not. We just saw him talk. No. We just saw him talk at the Fundora fight. His eyes weren't droopy like they were during the Bud fight. His speech wasn't slurred. I'm telling you, man, he was either on weed or he was on painkillers for that injury. It has to be that. Now seeing him after, because there's brain damage, it wouldn't have gone anywhere. Still be there. Nah, I disagree with that. Sports, it doesn't ruin your career when you're losing to an all-time great. No, a generational talent. No. Canelo will push for Jamal Charlo or Berlanga next. You're probably right. probably right with that one. Who the hell wants to see that? Name his different styles. Name them? What do you mean, name them? He just gives different looks. Boots is known for giving different looks, switches stances, herky jerky, can fight you with his hands down, moving his waist, can go high guard you. He just gives different looks. You don't name styles. He doesn't go from like the Philly shell to the peekaboo Tyson style. Nobody does that. Are there any fighters still fighting that lost to Bud? Probably. I'd have to look through his whole box rec. Arrow clearly hasn't been in the gym. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a good point. Well, that's not true, actually. No, that's not true. I know from experience. He could be going to the gym. He's just not cutting weight. There's a difference. Staying fit, working out, blah blah blah, but not having a fight where you got to cut weight. Two totally different things. Just because you go to the gym doesn't mean that you're going to be at the weight that you cut. Are you going to watch Bawakao versus Manny Pacquiao? Who the hell's Bawakao? Bawakao. The hell does that mean? Bawakao. Boots destroys Ricky Burns. Cool. Who's Ricky Burns? Did he did? You see, this would be a good one right now. We get Casanova and Riley, or Casanova and whoever, and this would be a good Debate Kings episode. I'm just too tired. I'm gonna do the whatchamacallit soon. Trivia. Boots destroys Beltran. Yeah, I agree with that. Do you think Boots should move up to 54 because a lot of smoke is at weight division now? Yeah. He said in his recent Matchroom interview that he is taking all comers at 47 and 54. So that's happening. Bacall was well considered the GOAT of Muay Thai. Oh, word? So I thought he was fighting. Oh. They're fighting in boxing, though, right? Pacquiao's going to kill him. What other power punch did Arrow beat all this walk around? What's up, Santos? ¿Qué pasó? There he is, my man Trill, up in the heezy. Yeah, they just told me Trill. I don't know he's fighting Pacquiao, but who cares if he's a legendary baker, legendary cupcake maker? Who cares? This is boxing. So if they're boxing, he's going to get stretched. Conor versus Boots. Boots destroys him. Kicks the shit out of him. Whoops his candy ass. Now, I like Conor, but I think he'd lose to Boots. Boots should fight Spence. He would. I don't think Spence is doing that, though. That's the last thing. If you get a list of all the things Spence wants to do in life, that's at the very bottom of that list. Boots destroys Victor Postal. And, who cares? I still think Boots versus Virgil is a great fight, stylistically. Virgil, Ortiz, hell yeah. But I think they should wait. I never say this, but I think they should wait until where they're both at the stage where that fight is huge, both undefeated, especially if Virgil maintains the knockout streak. They should wait a little because they're both, you know what I'm saying? And I don't say that much. Baucow might pull a decent fight. I'll look this Baucow guy up, but you guys are boring me with a Muay Thai fighter fighting a legend in boxing. Conor versus Spence. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. I think Conor lacks a little bit of drive. So I think Spence can break his will. Conor's going to tap him up at first, I think. Some hard, crisp shots. But Spence will break his will, I think. And the experience will show. Yeah, I think Boots do EJ worse than Bud did. Very possible. Very possible. Boots is like Tank. They get credit for fighting nobodies. Oh, my goodness. It's not about who they fought, my man. It's about how they look when they fight these people. Now, if everybody he fought was low level, okay, you have a slight point, but they're not. But it doesn't, even if they're fighting low-level people, when you see the skill, a fast punch and great defense and great movement doesn't matter who you're doing it to because you're seeing the way it's done. Now, I get it's easier to do against somebody who's not high level, but we're talking about how they do it. And how you do it doesn't matter who you're doing it against because you're just analyzing how it's being done. You get what I'm saying? That's why people like Tank and Boots, even though you're right, they haven't fought the highest level of competition, especially Boots. Virgil, nice. You got all. Yep, 20-0, 20 KOs, baby, and 15 of those were knockouts. Like person couldn't beat the count. Like that's crazy. So 20 knockouts, 20 KOs, 15 KOs, and half of those all happened before the first fight. Half of the fight was over. I think 10 of those at 20 happened before 6 rounds or whatever. If he was fighting an 8 rounder before 4 rounds, meaning he got disposed of them quickly. Halfway through, disposed of all of them. Fred, sure, man, whatever you say, I made the stance known. We know you won't come back to this chat. Damn. Bombs fired. What do you think about Matias versus Haney? Who wins? Haney. I'm going to go with Haney, but not super confident about that one. I never watched the fight that Matias lost. I didn't watch that fight. I want to see that to see whatever chinks in his armor exist. My only thing with Virgil is that he ducked Bud twice. WB, you don't know why they don't. I don't look at ducking like at that level. Benavidez, Canelo, when it gets to a ridiculous level of like not a fight not happening, okay, but something like that, you never know what the reasons are. Yeah, it will be tough. The day Crawford ever decides to knuckle up with, he'll automatically realize that that's the worst mistake ever. Damn, man, we should get this. We should get this. Tell me right now, guys, real quick. Oh, I missed this one. How does a boot and fedora fight look like? Sorry, I missed that one. Tell me quick though, before I read this one. Would you guys be down right now, like the two of you going at it, right? Casanova and Riley. Would you like it if I had the debate champs? So right now, I bring both of you in. You could do audio or you could do video, whatever you want to do, and you get 3 minutes each to debate, to state your case. And then after you do 3 full rounds each, everybody in the chat votes on who won the debate, and that's the debate champion. Would you guys be down to do that? Just put yes, debate kings in the comment, or put no, debate kings in the comment. Like, no, it's not a good idea, or yes, it'd be dope. Please, everybody do it. I want to get a poll here. And while you guys do that, I am going to answer this question. Boot versus Fundora. Boots is too slick for Fundora. Way too slick. Way too slick. Way too many tools. All right. Let's see what we got here now. Let me peep this shizers. We got 1 yes, 2 yes, 3 yes, 3 yes, 4 yes, 5 yes. Trill liked this so much he hit it 3 times. Except he said yours. You. Yes. All right. So we should do it. It's too late now because I'm tired and we're about to wrap this bitch up. But maybe tomorrow. I can't do tomorrow. I'm going to be up with my brother-in-law's place, my kids and wife and shit. But on Sunday, maybe we do our first ever. You know what I'll do? I'll post on my post. What do you call it when you post something on your, like, it's not a bulletin board. What's it called? Like when I post on my YouTube page and just text or just something that's a post so everybody could see or comment on. Maybe I'll post then and there the topic, right? And then we have to pick what people want to debate, though. But we could do more than one in a chat, right? Because it's only 3 rounds each. So 2 people do 3 rounds, then another 2 people could do the same topic, or we do a different one. The whole show could be like that. Nah, I wish I could, but I stay in chat only. Oh, so you wouldn't do it? Casanova, you wouldn't do audio? You don't have to go on video. You wouldn't do audio? So you're the only one who said no. Damn, and you're the one with the loudest bark too. You believe that? See, isn't that always the case? Loudest bark, weakest bite. Nah, I'm just playing. I mean, I'm playing. Like, you're part of the family here, but I'm serious too. Crawford wants absolutely nothing to do with Boots. Okay. Outside of Bud, who do you think gives Boots the greatest challenge in your opinion, potentially? Virgil Ortiz, Zoo, because don't forget, man, we haven't seen the best of Zoo yet. He fought severely handicapped and almost won. You know, very few fighters can almost win without literally being able to see. So, Virgil Ortiz and Zoo. And of course, Canelo, but that's way out of his weight class. Community tab. It's called Community tab? Right, Community tab. Yeah. So I'm going to post it there. Thank you. Fred Boots got Hearns now. Send him the contract. Nobody beats it. Come on. You trying to kiss up to me? Pause. But, Dimone, you know that's like that. What you just said is you know, right? Around these parts, Roy Jones is sorcerer level. He's a emperor level around these parts. So nobody agrees with you more. Matter of fact, I'm just going to leave that up there for now than me. All right. This, I'm about to have the wrench. I'm about to take your wrench and throw it and 3-point shoot it right into the garbage can. You say silly shit like this. Unbelievable. 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 Hey, Eon, do you really believe that or are you just trolling? Be honest. Do you really believe that or are you just trolling? I'm assuming you're trolling. Of course, Dimone. You know it. I hope that laugh is that you're trolling. Because you can't believe that. Nah, don't give me that. The one thing says this one stays chat only. If I had audio masker, I would. Why the hell do you not want people to hear your voice? Get an audio masker then. That's weird. Are you like somebody famous and we'll know it's you? Or are you like insecure? That's very weird. Whatever. I'm not trying to make you feel bad or judge you because you have your reasons. I'd love it if you told us the reason. And by the way, you could get an audio masker. I don't know much about that, but I'm pretty sure they exist and fairly easily. Shit, they got AI now. You could talk to us in Donald Trump's voice the whole time. Eon bot smoking on something. Yep. No shit. Think Ward has a chance, but okay, so you were trolling. So you're gonna come and get my blood pressure all the way up here, and then just step away? All right, that's cool. That's how you want to play it. Tony versus Ward, 168. Who wins? Tony. Very few people beat Tony at 168. Very few. Some people have online social anxiety. It's more common. I get it. No, I get it. I get it. If that's what it is. Your voice is weird? Me like, I don't know. Whatever. We're happy to have you here in whatever form you decide to join. I got Tony as well. Yeah, hell yeah. He didn't want that smoke. It might be that. Yeah, it might be that. That's what it really might be. He speaks like Balky from Perfect Strangers. Was that way too old of a reference for you guys? Probably was. Tim or Boots? I'd have to go with Boots for now, especially because Tim just lost, even though he was handicapped. But I have to go with Boots. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? All right. If Roy Jones Jr. robbery is one of the biggest robbery we've ever seen, how? It's not the biggest robbery I've ever seen. It was just, you know what I'm saying? Like, Roy beat him, didn't destroy him, but he beat him easily. It was bad because it was for a gold medal, and that's a once-in-a-lifetime thing for people. That's what made it so bad. It was the circumstances. I've seen worse robberies than that. Or maybe I haven't. It was pretty bad, but it was bad. But what made it worse was the circumstances. That's what I think. Boots murder Sue. Yeah. Y'all go on then. I'll stay with the fire in the chat. All right. Do what you gotta do. Yeah, we'll do trivia. You guys want to do trivia now? You want to do trivia now? Hit me with a trivia now in the chat. Floyd at the Olympics was another one. That's my Bulgarian. You guys know I'm Bulgarian, right? Well, anybody in here knows that my family's from Bulgaria. I speak the language, the whole 9 yards, man. I used to go there every summer. I am Bulgarian American, consider myself. And the last person to ever beat, and this could be a question in the future, but I won't do it today. The only person to ever beat, the last person, excuse me, to beat Floyd Mayweather in the boxing ring was a Bulgarian fighter in the amateurs. Now, I heard that the Bulgarian really should have lost, but I don't think it was that big of an ass. Like, I feel like, from what I remember, it was close-ish, even though most people thought Floyd won. It wasn't like the level of the Roy one. How come fighters like Tyson and Ali can reach icon status and fighters today? Because you need to have real charisma. You can't just go and be like Rolly or Broner. No disrespect, but it's true. And push and try to get attention and push a narrative that you're charismatic. You have to actually be it. People aren't stupid. People can smell, taste, and touch real charisma. And those guys really had it, Ali. Tyson had a charisma of his own, but his was just, he's one of those few fighters that and this is so rare, that got all the attention from what he did in the ring solely because it was so spectacular. Shakur got robbed. Yeah, I heard that too. All right, trivia. You guys ready? Trivia. All right, let's do it. What up, Bernard? You got Roy beating JT. Who the hell is JT? James Toney? Ward beating James Toney? Now you're wilding out. All right, here we go. Let's do trivia. We're ready? We're ready for the trivia? Authenticity. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. If I did not use that word, that's what I was looking for. All right, here we go. Who? Former champion. First man to beat Julio Cesar Chavez, by the way. Frankie Randall had a nickname. What was Frankie Randall's boxing nickname? Go. 10 seconds. Frankie Randall's boxing nickname. 10 seconds. 8 seconds, actually. 7. Oop. Boom. Damone got that shit. Quick. And nobody else was even getting it, Damone. Look at that. I never seen no shit like this before. That's funny. All right. So we got Damone. Yesterday, Arthur won. He's not even in here today. All right, Damone on the board with 1. Damone on the board with 1. All right, let's move to the next one. All right, here we go. Second one. So Frankie Randall, as I just said, was the first man to beat Chavez. He was also the first man to knock Chavez down. Who is the second man to ever knock down Julio Cesar Chavez after Frankie Randall? The second man to ever knock down Chavez. Go. 10 seconds. 8. 7. Second man to knock down Chavez. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nobody got it. Meldrick did not. Oscar did not. The answer is the father of Tim Tszyu, Costa Tszyu. Dropped him with a vicious right hand. Whew, and got him all out of sorts too. The Frankie Randall was just a flash knockdown. Costa Tszyu was he fell, he was on his knees, he was fucked up. All right. What's up, D Rich? We just started trivia, my man. So we only got my man Damone is on the board with 1. So let's keep it rolling. Rolling. No, I don't practice martial arts. I just box. I did do Taekwondo when I was really little. It's too easy. All right, Damone. Let's see what's popping. All right, here we go. Let's continue. On the path of Julio Cesar Chavez. What do you guys think? Let's continue on the path of Chavez. All right. When wait, hold on. Okay. What was hold on, sorry. My bad. I'm just looking up something. Okay. Here we go. When Julio Cesar Chavez fought Frankie Randall, when he came in undefeated before he took that first L, what was Julio Chavez's record when he came in to fight Frankie Randall? Go. Julio Cesar's record right before he lost to Randall, what was it? I'll take. Boom. Trash game Dev. Now, technically, trash game, it was 89-0-1. That one bullshit draw against Purnell, but I'll give you the 89-0. Marco, I can make you my profile. Marco, can I make you my profile pic? That's weird, but okay. Sure. All right. Trash game Dev got it. Damone came in quicker, but he was wrong. Off by one. Trash is a former champion too, by the way, guys. So you guys are in trouble. He's a former champion. He won this before. He won it before. And give me a shout out on TBV as well. Yeah, sure. If I'm your profile pic, I'll shout you out. Why not? No, Sweet Pea beat the shit out of him. That's why it was a bullshit draw. Sweet Pea should have got the victory. All right, here we go. Should we keep going on the Chavez? Should we keep going on the Julio Cesar Chavez? No, let's not. But let's move it along. Hit me with a ready if you guys are ready for the next one. Hit me with a ready. Let's see. I'm trying to see which way I want to go with this. Okay. Let's see. All right, they're ready. Let's do this. Okay. Who was the first female fighter to be featured on a Mike Tyson pay-per-view undercard? Go. 10 seconds. First female fighter to be featured on the Mike Tyson pay-per-view undercard. I call her the godmother of boxing. That's what I call her, but that's my own personal name. 7 seconds. 6, 5. Boom. Jeffrey got this. Just popped in and just nailed it. Christy Martin is correct. Clarissa Shields. No. All right. I don't even. Jeffrey, you've been in the room. You look familiar. Yeah, you've been in the room. All right. Now Jeff's on the board with 1. All right. Here we go. I'm going to keep on this vein. Keep on the vein. Same vein. What was the name of the fighter who was also featured on some of Mike Tyson's undercards? No, I'm going to do it the other way around. Butterbean was featured on Mike Tyson's undercards. What was Butterbean's nickname? What was Butterbean's boxing nickname? Go. 10 seconds. Butterbean's boxing nickname. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nobody got it. Technically, Butterbean was his nickname, but no. The King of the 4 Rounders. You guys remember that? Nobody remembers that. The King of the 4 Rounders. Damn. Thought one of you would get that for sure. Nobody got it, huh? Nobody got it. Okay. All right. Who got it? Oh, you did. My bad. I didn't see that. DeFu did get it. You wrote it weird. That's why. King. All right. DeFu did get it. Yep, I see it. All right. King's on the board. Boom. So we got 4 people on the board. All right. You got it, DeFu. I got you. I got you. Welcome to the room. It's a dope picture. Is that Muhammad Ali in that picture? Is that you in the middle? What's going on? All right. Let's keep it popping then. Let's keep it popping. All right, we got Butterbean. So let's continue along the realm of nicknames, right? Let's do that. What former heavyweight champion was nicknamed the Atlantic City Express? Former heavyweight champion nicknamed the Atlantic City Express. Go, 10 seconds. Who was the Atlantic City Express? What former heavyweight champion? I'm even giving you the heavyweight champion. 7 seconds. 6. 5. Boom. Jeffrey got that one too. Right quick. First one to get it. Roy. Come on, Ian. What are you doing? Well, Butterbean obviously was his nickname, but I said the name Butterbean, so we can't use that one. All right. Jeffrey got this one. So now, Jeffrey, that makes you 1 point away from being the new Marco Trivia boxing champion. That's what that does. That's what that does. Damn. All right. Let's continue on nicknames. What was the nickname of all-time great? This guy's in my top 5. Willie Pep. What was Willie Pep's nickname? Go. 10 seconds. 8. 7. 6. Casanova. I'll do some younger questions. 5. The Wisp. You got it. I mean, it's Willow Wisp technically, but you came close enough. He got it. He got it. The Step. That's funny. Well, everybody, it seems as if we have a new champion. And as I do with every champion, you got it too, Black Ray, but late. I wrenched them up. Where the hell is he? Oh, he is wrenched up. Never mind. I don't know what's wrong with me. Good job. My man. My man. Yeah, I know D White. It's a weird nickname. We could do it. Next time, you want me to do some younger ones? He half got it. Yeah, close enough. I would have given that. Okay. Double wrench him. Pause. So here's what we'll do. On Sunday, let's try a segment of the Debate Kings, because we're getting some debates up in here, and there's always people with different perspectives. So let's get that on and pop in and see what's up. We got plenty of moderators. Yeah, we got a lot of moderators in here. I like it. All good people. All good people. Word up. But DeFu, you came in. You're new to the room, and you did well. You did well. King got a point. Trash Game Dev, of course, and Dimone got a point. But Jeffrey came in and just took over. Dominated. Came in like Jordan. Good stuff. I would accuse him of cheating, but it was legal time. Yeah, exactly. We got plenty of moderators in here. Debate just going to end up a screaming match. You should do call-ins like TBV. Well, no, because the debate is not one person's muted. So the other person cannot talk while the other person talks. And if they do try and unmute themselves, I'll just mute them and throw them out if they continue doing it. And we don't deal with screaming matches. Like, that's not something I'm going to do. People need to speak respectfully to each other. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you. Only one person's allowed to talk at once. Matter of fact, I might even just, here's what I'll do. So we don't even have to worry about that. I'm just going to bring in one person at a time. That's how we do it. One person at a time talks 3 minutes. The other one goes out. The other one comes in. This way, there's no worry about anybody interrupting anybody. That's how we do it. Thank you for actually bringing that to my attention, Casanova. I got to learn. I'm going to learn and make mistakes with this. Or not, but, trial and error thing. That's how we do it. One person's in the room with me, at a time, and they talk. Booyaka. What you think of that? Not bad, right? Yeah, we do. It's true. Troy, I'll bring Troy on. I don't have a problem with Troy. I like Troy. I like Troy. But all right, fellas, I'm gonna bounce out of here. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow, but probably Sunday. So, as usual, good stuff. Hit that like button on your way out, please. Peace.